Welcome in. You're with the Meeples Champion. And today we are doing our first video outside of the 365-day countdown. Today instead we're going to be doing an unboxing. Now this was a little bit unexpected, as will probably most of my unboxings, as it was when a Kickstarter just so happened to show up on my door this morning, and I said, why not? So I'm not exactly sure which Kickstarters that came in. I backed quite a few, and as many of you know, when you back a Kickstarter, it may show up on time, which is essentially never. It may show up 6 months late. It may more likely show up about a year late, and sometimes 2 or 3 years late. So we don't always know what we're getting. So today we're just gonna figure out what game showed up. We're gonna pull it out of the box, we're gonna pull it out of its own box, and we're gonna see what we got. So, here is the box that showed up in the mail today. Let's see what we got. All right, so, well, pretty basic. Card says Tactiki Standard Edition. All right, so Tactiki is a game I backed. I want to say this was about a year and a half ago. It was, there we go, box out of the way. It was a pretty basic game. It kind of, from what I recall when I saw it, the game kind of looked like it was almost a version of Checkers, but obviously with a theme now, and with some rule updates that allowed it so that the game would be a little bit more fun and a little bit more hidden. So, for starters, this is our box. That's a pretty nice box. I like the look of it. You know, it's pretty straightforward. This is, as I was expecting, a 2-player game. It says it takes about 30 minutes, 12 plus. So, if I am right, and we'll have to see where this gets to, if this is more of a updated version of Checkers, 12 plus means it's obviously intended for older kids. It's not necessarily the original age that we were aimed for back in the day. So, let's get all of this plastic off of this. See where we're looking. Over here before somebody gets hurt. All right, ooh, it's a nice top. It's a little bit glazed. It's almost a little risen on the letters here. I don't freak out that often about a box. I keep my boxes. I like to display them, but I don't usually get excited about one. But it's nice when it's a little extra effort put there. Now, I don't remember how much I paid to back this. As I mentioned, I didn't know what game came in, so I didn't have any time to research anything. But it is, oh, that is a nice insert to the box. They clearly put their money into this box, so that's a good start. They're going well with the presentation. The art is nice. You know, now I am pulling out a lot of instruction booklets. Looks like they have an English rule book. Great. That looks like it is French to me, and I'm guessing this must be Spanish. Probably, literally, this, I believe that's the Spanish flag. Now we do have these little, set it up, oh, nice. I did not know this came with the game, so I don't know what part this plays to it. As well as a couple of these, again, unsure what they really do, but they're nice. So I'm assuming, I know there's a hidden value to every piece in this game, and that you're essentially stacking them like a totem pole. So my guess would be you're supposed to keep them behind here so people don't know the ones either you're not using or that you're rotating in. Now this appears to be the basic for a board. But, ooh, wow, this is nice. Let's pull this out. This looks like it is the board again, only it is being done as one of those acrylic mats, which I don't get many of these. The only one I've actually ever bought specifically for a game is for the Initial Azul. I got a 2-player acrylic mat, so I can't play it when I'm using it for 3 or 4. But in me and my wife, when we want to sit down and play the original Azul, that acrylic mat is such an easy, roll it out, everything's contained, everything has a place. It's always nice. This one, that's pretty nice. I mean, it's obviously the exact same design as far as 5x5, so that's the same, but it's just a different visual. These look like they're almost like little stone tablets. The back of this looks more like a stone wall. These look more like barrels or maybe a round tablet inserts to a wall. And this is the main part of the game. So I'm going to have to do, obviously, a review on this game once I've managed to play it. I'm obviously going to take a little bit to get that review out. I'm going to have to get this game, read about, played with. But the essential piece to this is you get your actual piece here, but on the back side is your number. This is the number 3. You have 10 pieces for you, 10 pieces for your opponent. Everybody has 1 through 5 twice. So obviously the concept being that you stack these on top of each other. Here's a 4, here's a 2. Now, the question I have is, what does that mean? Does that mean it's a 6 now? Or does that mean if somebody faces it, that their top faces your top? I'm not sure about that side. That's going to take a little bit of follow-up, reading, playing, figure this out. It's supposed to be an extremely simple game. I specifically, when I saw it, targeted it because I recall thinking at the time, I loved playing checkers with my mom growing up. And now, since obviously the years have changed, a lot of new games are out, I wasn't sure that checkers was going to be a game I wanted to play with my daughter. Not because I didn't want to play checkers itself, but it's such an old game, and I felt like there must be better games to play. And I saw this and thought, hey, this is a great way to up checkers, to take it, if it does work the way that I kind of looked at it as, which was the essential board of checkers, the essential movement of checkers, a little bit of shift in maybe how you face each other. But it looked like a nice presentation for a 2-player game that kind of had a checkers feel to it that could be good for me to teach my daughter. Now, the game says 12 plus, but to be honest, I don't see enough here to make me worried about teaching it to, say, a 7 or 8-year-old. Now, my daughter's 2, so obviously that's many years out. But this will be a nice game that I could bring to game nights. I could play to the side for a quick 20, 30 minutes. Maybe we're waiting for people to show up, or maybe, not all of us want to play the big game that night and a couple go to the side. This will be a good one to pull out, try it out a few times, see if it's a fun 2-player, simple game, and put that onto my watch list for when is it time to bring my daughter in, give her a try. Again, 7's my guess. I'm going to probably, for most of the games I've collected through the years, intending for my kid and eventual kids to play, thinking more about 5 is really when those games will start getting touched. For her, we've bought specifically kids games that we're kind of leading her off with. But this was fun. This was my first official unboxing with everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm going to be putting this video out, if everything lines up, on Sunday. It should be the 1-week mark of my channel having been launched. So I'll be doing this as a 2 p.m. video. I hope everybody's going to enjoy that. And I really hope that you guys just enjoyed the concept. I've watched unboxings for years. I wanted to give you guys a taste since I saw something came in today. And I hope that this will become a normal part of the channel with the randomness of when something shows up in the mail. So, yet again, you've been talking with the Meeples Champion. Hope you have a great day. Check in tomorrow for my regular noon release of the next game coming out for the 365-day countdown of my regular daily released board game reviews. Outside of that, talk to you soon.